market is concerned, we're down 1%, a heavy loss on the oil share, and that's because these huge tech giants, Naspers and Prosus, they're big heavyweights on the JSE, and because China is really choking their regulation and stepping up the regulation, you have the tech stocks really performing well. It has a direct impact on some of our big players on the JSE. So that's one big move as to why the market is red this afternoon. Let's take a closer look at those numbers. All right, Ridwan Moolla is from Think Markets. He joins us now for some market analysis. Ridwan, thanks indeed for your time. It's budget week. The market is down. I want to get to budget in a moment, but let's just take a look at what happened today. I see the Chinese really tightening regulations on tech firms, and our market really hit from that. The big players, Naspers and Prosus, down. Not a great day if you're holding those shares this afternoon.
No, not at all. I mean, Naspers down just over 8%, Prosus down just another 7.7%. And that obviously, like you just said earlier, that just brought the market right down. I mean, we had a few gainers in Santam, in Kumba, but ultimately, Naspers, I mean, with everything happening with Tencent in China, I mean, Tencent, if you just look at it Friday and today, it's down over 6%. So it's going to have a big impact on those two shares. And the big question right now for the rest of the week is, like you just said, what's going to happen with regards to the regulation in China.
The other interesting share was Sasol. Whenever you have the oil price going up, the Sasol share price indefinitely goes up. But today, they're down 3.5%. And I suppose shareholders just didn't like the fact that the firm is not paying out dividends. They're not taking that lightly.
Yeah, it's actually quite a strange one. I mean, the market itself, I mean, its results weren't bad. You know, Sasol has said that they're looking to take the money that they've made. They want to repay debt, which is obviously a good thing. But yeah, the fact that there is no dividend being paid, market didn't like it at all. I think they were expecting more from Sasol to be more in line with the miners and the likes of paying some really good dividends. I mean, Anglo's paying a special dividend as well. So market didn't like it. They thought it was a bit of a bad thing for them.
And then, of course, the big day on Wednesday, Ridwan. Markets will be watching this closely, as is everyone in the country. What will Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana do with the budget and the allocation of resources to the various departments and various areas that need it? I mean, we year after year hear that this is going to be the most important budget ever, and I don't think there's any change this time around. For you, I mean, from an economic perspective here and a market perspective, what is the most essential thing that we'd like to see in this budget coming up?
So, look, I mean, the first thing, obviously, for us that we're really and truly worried about is obviously taxes. I think every individual and company as well. We don't see any taxes being increased or anything, but there's some big questions that we're looking at. I mean, where is he going to find, if government wants to increase continue paying the 350 Rand grant, where is he going to find that money? Yes, the deficit has come down a bit, so that obviously speaks to taxes not increasing. But for us right now, it's going to be a very, very big look at where's this money going to be spent, how are we going to be increasing and improving productivity in the country. And obviously the big thing for us is government going to continue cutting down on spending and where it's going to be cutting down on that spending. So those are the key things that we're going to be looking at from our side, obviously. And the big thing right now is, I mean, we have to get our economy growing. We've had record numbers of unemployment. So as much as government needs to cut down on its wage bill, the thing is, it obviously needs to also encourage international investments and the likes. I mean, we saw the president earlier in his presidential speech talk about, you know, the whole of Africa and opening up trade with Africa. but it also now, it needs to come down into our budget as well to see how exactly we're going to be cutting down red tape, cutting down the spending, and also where we're going to be spending money, because that's going to be really key for us.
It will be interesting to watch those local banking shares and retailers when the budget does kick off on Wednesday. All right, fair enough. Thanks very much, Ridwan Moolla of Think Markets. And that's where we leave the numbers, at least for now.